Hey there kids, it's your good buddy Uncle Ben reporting to you guys from lovely Sweetwater here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And today we're checking out the brand new Ibanez EHB5 headless bass. So the EHB5 here packs a ton of crazy innovative features into its design. First thing that caught my eye was that awesome like anodized blue hardware. That's super sick. I wonder why we haven't been doing that longer, because it really does tie the entire thing together very nicely. You'll notice it also has that fan fret design. Now this right here goes from being a 35-inch scale on the low B to a 33-inch scale here on the G, which I think is fantastic, man. You wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference, but when you're playing a 5-string and you have that low B on there, the difference between a more standard 34-inch scale and the slightly longer 35-inch scale is night and day. With a 35-inch scale, you can get that really clear, almost grand piano-like sound out of that low B. But I always find on 5-string basses that are straight 35-inch scale, the high strings get really strident sounding, they get really bright, really thin sounding. They're also just really stiff to play on, and I don't really dig that. But the fan fret design really solves that by giving you a longer low B for nice clarity, while still keeping the high strings a little bit shorter and more pliable to play on. It looks all crazy and futuristic due to the headless design and the ergonomic body shape, but I was surprised. As soon as I picked it up, it felt really comfortable and natural and at home. The neck is this really nice natural finish penga and walnut with graphite reinforcement for extra stability. The body has this really awesome contour in the back. You can see that line kind of casting in the light right there. It really just hugs up against your body very nicely. It's pretty rad. I'm not historically a big like headless guitar guy, but I'll tell you this. As a guy who's done like hundreds of fly gigs with a bass in a gig bag, trying to cram that thing into overhead compartments, it's a nightmare. You never know if your bass is gonna make it to the gig or not. But man, if you have a headless bass that fits in like a guitar-sized gig bag, it's so much easier to travel with. Another really innovative feature this bass brings to the table is these Fishman Fluence pickups, which have like 3 distinct voices that you can access using this little mini switch right here. And you can really tailor those tones using the onboard EQ to achieve a huge range of sounds. I've got both pickups on right now and the EQ centered pretty flat, but I want to take you guys through the 3 different voicing options that you have right here. Voice number 1 has a really classic balanced sound. Let's check it out. Voice 2 offers a more classic scooped sound, really killer for those slap tones. And voicing number 3 has a more full mid-range, kind of akin to a classic P-tone. So I know the biggest question most of you guys probably have right now is how weird is it playing on that fan fret design, right? With the frets that slant as you go up and down the neck. I gotta tell you, it's kind of like walking down the steps. As long as you don't watch your feet too closely, you'll probably be okay, you know? But it really doesn't feel that much different. Like if you're not looking at what you're doing and just kind of playing by muscle memory, you'll probably end up landing in the right spots. It's pretty natural. Super ergonomic, lots of innovations, and a ton of tones are at your disposal with the new Ibanez EHB5. Available at Sweetwater.com. If you got any questions about this bad Larry, be sure to hit up your Sweetwater sales engineer. I've been Uncle Ben, and you guys have been great.